that will be here to help and consult. Okay, but also, arts. So you notice I have a little language. History is waiting for all of us to be written.
And Chairman of the Penang Science Cluster to deliver his speech.
Thank you very much. Mr. Wee Peng Yi, the CEO of the Penang Science Cluster, Dr. Sri Sun Chai, President of Keysight Technologies Malaysia, Singapore, as well as the President for Industrial Solutions Group, Keysight Technologies, the distinguished guest president, the Consul General of Republic of China, of People's Republic of China, to Penang, Wu Qi, the Consul General of Thailand to Penang, Her Excellency Ms. Akari Kravich, of course, our Dr. Sri Jafar, the General Manager of PDC, Dr. the COO of Mining and Bank Visitors, Ms. Lu Lilian, the General Manager for West Penang, and of course, not forgetting our Dr. Sri Steven Yap, who is the owner of this building. No discount, Yang Berhormat Yang Suhui, the Assemblyman for Kus, and all the CEOs here. I want to say a very happy morning and thank you very much for being present. First, let me welcome all our foreign guests who are also witnessing this very exciting moment. What we say, a milestone for our STEM initiative, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the launching of our biggest, largest, and of course most sophisticated Penang Science Cafe Center as part of our STEM education drive to make Penang scientifically literate. No, I just want to talk a bit about the PSC, the Penang Science Cluster. This was actually an effort for us to make science relevant again, to put science back into our central core in education. And for Penang, it is critically important. Critically important because without a strong base or the talent built on science and technology, Penang cannot survive. We are an industrial state. Nearly 96% of our GDP derived from manufacturing and services, and we have no natural resources. I've said this many times, I've said this again, we live or die by our wits alone. And when we talk about our wits, that would depend largely on our ability to master science and technology. And for that reason, we felt that in order to put science back into the center of education, especially for Penang, you must make science sexy again. Of course, you can't say making science sexy again. That's why we chose the theme inspiring innovation. But to make science relevant, we got to put the wonder back to science. And it was difficult because children nowadays are so easily distracted. The iPhones, the iPads, the computer games. I look at my son, I don't know, it's so difficult to get him, to tear him away. But, of course, when they see what we're doing here, when people come here, when they say you go to science, they think about that. But when they see that you can do science in a heritage building like Wisma Yap Choi, I think it changes the mindset. It blows their mind. This is a different ball game. This is the game changer. And even though we spent 23 million, 9 million ringgit for renovation. And they remainder because of the pay, the tertiary still will apply. I would say the money was spent. And I think he chose both our purposes. His cost is that it must be for education, and what better than their science education. And we are putting money into the future, and we hope that our efforts will be able to bring more children back, especially our kids, that science should be their first career option, just as it was during my time. Always, science was our first career choice. I think we got distracted along the way. But nowadays, it is never science as the first career choice, and it's very hard to attract them back. And that's why we want to do that. Bring the appeal, bring the wonder back into science. And I think this building will play a very important part. As I say, marrying the old and the new, the ancient and the modern with this Class 1 heritage building, as well, of course, the unusual idea of marrying heritage with technology. Probably only Georgetown can do it because of our vast treasures of heritage buildings, especially when it's a UNESCO World Heritage City. So since it was established in 2010, the idea formed in 2009, finally got it done in 2010. You know, there were many challenges. First is, number one is how to get industry to come in. Because industry has seen it all. It wouldn't work. In some countries, it didn't work. And we also had another challenge because it is not easy to get rival companies to sit down together to talk. Because they are fierce rivals in the marketplace. But somehow we managed it. Because Penang, it's too small to ignore and avoid each other. So we managed to get everybody in. No, the most difficult thing is to get the right people and also get them for the right job. I think we managed both. Not only we got the right people, but we got them for the right job. As I said, Dr. Yu. Where is Dr. Yu here? I got the right people, I put in the right job, and he did the rest. So we got industry together. And the third thing, which is sometimes the most difficult to do, was for the state government to step back. Not to wash off our hands, but to step back and not interfere. And I tell it and remind my officers frequently, don't you ever interfere. And they never interfered. We let industry decide what they want to do. And I think this is very important. Because as I always say, you know, governments tend to block everything you want to do. So when you stay out of the way, you can let industry do what they should do. I think this is a very valuable lesson which we have applied not only in science but also in art, in heritage, in culture, and you can see all this blossoming on their own accord. And I think this is an expression of faith in the energy, the expertise, and the entrepreneurship of the people of Penang. And I think that has what we have achieved here is again a commitment to this non-interference in things we don't know. Of course, we have to be informed since we are making up all the money now. You have to be informed, and I think we have to be suitably informed. So I'm informed that there are 15,000 young people following programs under the Penang Science Cluster, and I do not want to go through the program, it's in my speech. But all I want to say is this. Even though, as Dr. Louis said, we have only started our story. But I think it's only the beginning. Bear in mind, it's only the beginning. The story that must be told will depend on what happens inside these walls. We have started the story by getting the building, the exterior, the hardware, now it is the software, the content. And I'm sure with your support and with your assistance, we can make something magical and wonderful happen. Before I close, I want to share with you the importance of non-cognitive teaching. Now we talk about cognitive skills and teaching, acquiring knowledge and skills training. And somehow we miss out, our education system miss out the importance of non-cognitive skills such as communication, such as working as a team building, and also leadership. I think what we see here today, where there will be mentors, where there will be learning not only to make things happen, but that they need to work with other people who help their non-cognitive skills. Communication is now very important. No matter how brilliant you are, if you cannot communicate, that is where you end. Team building, no matter how brilliant again you are, you can never beat a team. Just like Messi, he can't win the game on his own. He needs 10 other players. Even any 11 of us here, we can beat one like Messi. You're not very sure. As long as you don't put me on your team, show me but it's a fact. 11 against 1, no way. You just crowd him out, no way. So team building is very important. There's now no more one-man army. It is the team that prevail. And of course, finally is leadership. A leader can make a difference. A leader can make a difference not by pushing things through, no, but by consulting, but by showing trust, and of course, giving them the opportunity to express and to move forward. We have always operated like that at Penang. When we make every decision, we always have a meeting before that. And we expect that decision to be followed. If it is not followed, then there's a breach of trust. So for those who say we make decisions without prior consultation, that's a lie. We will not achieve what we have achieved if we have done that. But unfortunately, as it happens sometimes, decisions that are made together, sometimes there are people who do not comply or follow, and that's why problems arise. And I'm sure you will face this. I face this all the time. When I go meetings, after that everybody agrees, you have 5 fellows going outside saying something or doing something different. It happens. And then when that happens, you lose trust. You lose trust. They cannot be trusted anymore. And you will take time. Sometimes it will never happen again. It will take time to rebuild confidence. And I think it's something that every team will have to face up to. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? Do you just cut them off? No. But they have to show that they can be trusted again. And that's what I want to share with everyone here. There are no absolutes. There are no absolutes. The only absolute is the basic principle of honesty, integrity, and of course, competency. There's no substitute for that. And that's what we want to mold Penang in that fashion. To be an international and intelligent city. And I believe that we are making inroads and we are making progress to that goal. And that includes, of course, this building, this Penang Science Cluster. I must express my sincerest appreciation for Dr. Wilson Chai from Key Site Technology who is heading this pillar. And I'm sure he has much to show us afterwards. You know, we have got 5 pillars in the Penang Science Cluster. I think all the pillar heads are here. But I think we need to record our appreciation for Dr. Gui, who has invested not only his resources, but most important, his time and expertise with us. Let's give him a round. I must also thank all the co-sponsors. Of course, we are the platinum sponsor. We came out the most. But this is what the government should do. So you don't have to thank the government. You don't have to thank me. This is my job. Elected to win the future by investing in education. That's par for the course. Of course, some will say that we hope that every government do the same lah. Then you better go and do something about it lah. Get the government you want lah. You know what I mean? But that's a different level. We are doing what we are entrusted to do. But for these co-sponsors, for these industry captains, they are going beyond their roles or their functions and responsibilities as CEOs of their respective companies. So I want to thank the co-sponsors, some who not only contribute through their company but also personally. And let's give them a round of applause for their Now this space is something that we must treasure because it is, I think, unique in Malaysia. Perhaps one of the most unique learning spaces, perhaps even in the region. And I want everyone to treasure this. And how do you treasure this? Treasure this by getting your children and your grandchildren to use it. Don't leave it empty. Use it. And I must say thank you again to the volunteers, because I'm told that the PSC was able to attract many volunteers to come to do work for free or for a nominal sum, and also right up to the middle of the night, even early morning, as Dr. Gui mentioned just now. And these volunteers are generally young people. And to see that enthusiasm, it gives us hope. It inspires hope for the future. Let us also thank the volunteers for their actions. So we hope that this will be the first of many, not the one and only. We hope that this will be the first of many. But of course, all eyes will be on you to see how successful we are. We have generated interest. There have been a lot of people visiting VIPs from other states. I do not want to mention who they are, but we've got lots of interest. And we hope that the industry captains will also put in not only, I said, your resources, but put in some time. Because I'm sure that many want to see their role models, their heroes, and their heroines, especially the women of power in science. I'm sure many want to see you, and to see you in flesh and blood. I'm sure it will motivate and inspire them to take up science as a career choice. So once again, thank you very much. Good luck, and I'm sure we will make this something to remember for Penang.
3. Now, the network building block on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And finally, to complete our completion, I would like to invite Ahmad Berhomat, Mr. Lim Guan Eng, to activate the knowledge building block on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.